Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Robert Morris Island Sportsplex, as it is the Class AAA PIHL Semifinals, the North Allegheny Tigers taking on the Peters Township Indians. I'm Randy Gore along with Lee Mohn for tonight's broadcast. North Allegheny, the top seed in the Class AAA bracket, finishing the regular season with a 13-5-2 record. Peters Township, the 4 seed in Class AAA, ending up the regular season with a 10-5-5 mark. And Peters Township actually was atop the Class AAA standings for the vast majority of the year, but a late skid going the final 5 games without a win, 0-4-1. That sent Peters Township temporarily south down to the 4th spot. And North Allegheny really took advantage of that, because the Tigers, who began the year 4-4-1, went on a lengthy winning streak and had actually gone 9 games in a row unbeaten. And so that combination has led to where these teams are at in this bracket. In the quarterfinal round, North Allegheny beating Bethel Park 3-2 in overtime. Peters Township breezing past the Golden Tornado with a 5-0 defeat of Butler at the Isoplex in South Point. So thus the stage is set for tonight's semifinal game. 2 teams that typically do pretty well when it comes to the Class AAA playoffs, or Class AA. If you go back some years for Peters Township, either way, the Indians typically go deep in the postseason, if not to the championship. And the Tigers, who were not only PIHL champions but state champions 3 years ago, back in 2013, hoping to make it back to the championship in the PIHL again this season.
Well, Peters Township was state champions 2 years ago, I believe in 2014, and they went on to win the state. They got the state champions, and I believe, didn't they go on to the national championship? They went in after that mythical national championship type thing. They went on and played very well in somewhere in the mid area of the country or whatever. So this program is very, very good. It's a young team this year, though, for Peters Township. Senior laden last year, but this year not so much. It's amazing that they did survive that 5-game losing streak, because you want to be playing your best hockey going into the playoffs. They weren't, but boy, did they turn it up against Butler, that 5-0 shutout in the quarterfinals, and they're right back on the right track.
For Peters Township, it's a matter of, they know how talented they are. Just a matter of getting it done, and they were able to achieve that. Getting back to basics, I'm sure. And with it being such a young team, as you mentioned, there can be a panic factor. We talked with Ryan Tingle, the assistant coach of the Peters Township Indians, son of head coach Rick Tingle, and he had talked about that. He said, with a young team, you have that panic factor, but and that'll play a role in tonight's game. You want to keep your poise in a big contest, and it's easy to keep your poise when you have a rock-in goalie like you have in senior netminder Caden Shell in his 3rd year of the program, an all-star this year, and something that really has been one of the strong points of this Peters Township team. The Indians have allowed only 47 goals in the regular season, obviously pitching a shutout in the quarterfinals, as we talked about, against Butler. Caden Shell and the Indians allowing the lowest goal amount, allowing the fewest goals of any team in Class AAA, only 47 goals in the regular season. And Caden Shell, he's one that really has taken his opportunity to shine and run with it, because he has waited behind several other fantastic goaltenders over the years, and this year has been his opportunity, and he has taken the bull by the horns, most certainly.
Yeah, 2.16 goals against average is pretty darn good. 10-4-4 overall record. So he's definitely talking to the assistant coach. He said, what's his strengths? He's focused. He said he's just so focused on the game. He's a student of the game, and he's just so solid back there. It's nice to have a goalie, that's going to do that for you. Cover up mistakes sometimes. It's going to happen.
Goaltending and defense could very well be a key on both sides of the ice. North Allegheny has a fantastic netminder in their own right, with an all-star in senior goalkeeper Joe Hubert. Hubert 8-4-0 in the regular season with a 2.85 goals against and a 90% save percentage. And he has been outstanding. Doug Wild, also a terrific backup for North Allegheny in backing up Joe Hubert. He was 4-0-2 in the regular season with a 2.19 goals against. So either player that you have in net for North Allegheny, the Tigers certainly can rely upon them. So we'll keep our eye on that. Defense and goalkeeping will be a key, as it always is. When you're in the playoffs, if you're a team that can play good defense, then you're a team that's going to go deep in the postseason.
Yeah, it's sort of like baseball. When you get a good pitching staff, pitching's going to go good. And interesting to see, though, Douglas Wild, he played against Peters Township earlier in the year and beat Peters Township. So we're going to see if he's going to start tonight, or is it going to be
it might be Wild. He was actually the last to leave the crease, and we'll give you that official word here momentarily as the Tigers have now congregated near head coach Mike Magnato as they gear up for tonight's game. But I would not be surprised in the least. It's a great point, Lee. Doug Wild did start and defeated Peters Township the last time these teams met, which was on February 2nd, a 3-2 victory for North Allegheny. While Hubert was the winning goalie against Bethel Park, you play your hot hand, so to speak, and if Mike Magnato feels that it's Doug Wild tonight, then it'll be Doug Wild tonight.
And looking, the goalies are still out on the ice.
It looks like it will be Joe Hubert.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be Hubert.
A fist bump from Wild as Joe Hubert, and not surprised to see the senior in Joe Hubert. And Wild is a senior as well, so seniority, if you will, is not as a non-factor in terms of the goalkeeping. It's just who do you expect to do well in this one? And well, a guy they've counted on much of the year, Joe Hubert, will be in between the pipes today for North Allegheny. And as expected, it's Caden Shell for Peters Township as the Indians in their road red uniforms, the Tigers in the home whites. Also like to welcome those of you watching this one on our video stream this evening here on the MSA Sports Network. Jess Levo, our camera operator tonight. I'm Randy Gore along with Lee Mohn, and we are underway as Peters Township wins the opening draw.
Hey, can I say Queen Jess Levo, because she's got herself a nice seat here tonight with a nice back. Very comfortable.
On her throne, so to speak. Now, as we are underway in the PIHL semifinals, North Allegheny along the near boards in possession, trying to shovel one in front. Eric Chittister, but nobody home. Peters Township coming the other way. Hard check put on Opeka. And after taking that bump, the Tigers will gather the puck in. Justin Kidd from behind the North Allegheny net and out to the neutral zone, where possession is taken control of by Zach Gilarowski of the Indians. Gilarowski, the senior captain, guy that this young Peters Township team certainly turns to. And the young group, they absolutely love him as he dumps the puck in the North Allegheny end. We are scoreless, nearly a minute in. Puck coming free in front, but no shots.
Good pressure by Emilio, keeping that puck in the Peters Township end here.
Fight behind the cage, looking for a centering pass on the attempt by Jake Shopes, another all-star, but nobody home. Now the Tigers along the far boards. Dawson Richard, who scored the game-winning goal to beat Bethel Park at overtime 3-2 in the quarterfinals. Trapped along the right quarter, feeds Nathan Taylor, now out to the top right point. Tigers trying to shovel it in front, hits the post. Oh, that attempt by Duderstadt hit the right post. Tigers still on the offensive here in the attacking zone. Dumping in behind the net where North Allegheny Stephen Dietz will corral the puck.
Yeah, it was just a bouncing puck that just hit that right side of the post. Wow.
A dangerous puck, and I don't know if that was deflected on the way through. It did not look like it.
It didn't look like it.
It was just a bounding puck that was dangerous for Caden Shell. Now Peters Township will dump it. Tigers, as fresh troops on the ice for the Indians. Tigers play it into the neutral zone. We'll look for a line change, a partial line change as well. Duderstadt, near zone blue line, trying to poke check it free. At Cal Raybor and the Indians trying to gather it in, and now we'll come into the attacking zone. Will Barnes, leading goal scorer in the regular season for Peters Township, had it for a moment. Tigers will clear to the neutral zone again. These teams feeling each other out here in the early going. 0-0 score, 14.5 to play in the opening period.
Yeah, Peters Township, a very disciplined team, does not take a lot of penalties.
Something that we talked with Mike Bagnato about from the North Allegheny perspective before the quarterfinal game against Bethel Park. He was frustrated with his team in the aspect that they had taken some bad penalties down the stretch. Here's a shot in front as Raybor is denied. Check that, Will Barnes rather, denied by Hubert. Still on the attack, the Indians. Shot in front, never makes it there as Joe Zappia will stop it, and now a headman pass ahead to John Parks. Parks puts one on net. It's swept aside by Caden Shell. It's back to that point by Coach Bagnato, said he was disappointed with some bad penalties taken, so look for North Allegheny trying to avoid penalties here this evening.
Yeah, we had that the other night when we had Mars on the air. They took some terrible penalties. They were fortunate to come out with a victory.
Tigers take possession. Neutral zone area. Rob Randing loses it to Gilarowski. and the Indians dump into the Tiger zone. Kidd, backhand out to center red. Streaking down into the Indian zone, Cameron Sunseri as the puck poked off his stick by Tylenda. Indians clear. And just kind of probing moves here by each team. Indians had the best scoring chance on that point-blank attempt by Will Barnes, but Joe Hubert able to deny him that about a minute ago as we near the 13-minute mark here in the first period. Tigers now Dietz behind the Indians' net, tries to play it in front. Richard there. No chance for a shot. He'll leave it for Heil. Heil with a hard wrister goes wide right of the net. Duderstadt now chips it back in front of the blue line. Taylor takes a sandwiching check from two Indians. Back on the puck. Richard. Oh, wow. Taylor completely knocked off his feet by Peters Township's Anthony Oliva.
Good, clean, hard check.
Absolutely. That brought some of the Indians fans to a higher decibel level. Certainly a large Peters Township contingent on hand here tonight at the Robert Morris Ice Complex.
Yeah, nice crowd on hand by both schools. Got a packed house here.
Zach Gilarowski, hard wrister, knocked down with the glove by Hubert. Puck's still loose near the right wing circle. Indians Emilio on it. He'll dump it into the right quarter. Swing it around behind the net. Duderstadt there for North Allegheny. Clears it. Still scoreless as we are 5 minutes in.
Nice.
Dawson Richard, hard play into the Indian zone.
Nice to get that first shot there for Hubert, and we got an icing call.
Icing on Richard and the Tigers. That'll bring the faceoff back into the North Allegheny zone with 11:52 to play in the opening stanza. 0-0 game here between North Allegheny and Peters Township. Glad to have you with us tonight on the North Allegheny Sports Network and MSA Sports Network. And for the second straight game, a special treat for us on the NA Sports Network, is this one being video streamed tonight by the MSA Sports Network. Face-off win to the right of Hubert, taken by the Tigers. Paul Gonchar plays it to the near boards. Indians stop that. Hamilton trying to play it in front with a hard wrister. It's knocked down by North Allegheny. Cameron's on. Plays it into the attacking zone. Eric Chittister, an all-star for North Allegheny. Back into the corner. Emilio will gather it in, though, for Peters Township. Plays it ahead. Has teammate Jake Shopes. Shopes trying to go back to Emilio, but passed just off the mark. Now the Tigers come the other way. Here's Chittister. Chittister takes a bump from Oliva. Trying to clear, cannot. The Indians and North Allegheny just kind of knuckles it into Shell, who makes the basket catch and smothers it. We'll have a face-off in the Peters Township zone with 11:10 to play in the first. Still 0-0 Tigers and Indians.
Well, it's been a fun first 6 minutes, hasn't it? Good flow of the game. I said both teams feeling each other out. No real good scoring chances quite yet, other than that puck that hit the right post.
Face-off win by the Tigers. Sunseri, right wing circle. Now it's Jesse Zahn who's bumped off the puck. Sunseri tries to chip it behind the Indians' net, but it's played by Mikulášky. Now it's Connor Gilarowski. Gilarowski with 23 points of the regular season. Younger brother of Zach Gilarowski. Tigers on it. No, offside.
Oh, that's a late call.
Just offside.
Yeah. Thought he's going to get away with it. It was Justin Kidd.
Trip Total Media is a proud
They're going to say
sponsor of
just
the
offside, as you said.
Interscholastic Hockey League.
Face-off will be outside the blue line, outside of the Peters Township zone.
Second game of the night, Central Catholic and Erie Prep. Following this one.
So the winner of this one will play the winner between Central Catholic and Cathedral Prep.
And that will be video, or it'll be on video stream on MSASports.net also.
Face-off win by North Allegheny. Played behind the net where Caden Shell will stop it for his teammates. Beckheil can't control it. Out to the neutral zone. Indians Will Barnes. Barnes from the right wing circle. Wrists it on net. Hubert makes the save. Deflects behind the net. Now Dawson Richard in transition here. 3-on-3 develops for North Allegheny. Richard slithers his way in along the right wing boards. And a hard wrister off target and will go all the way back, carrying it to the North Allegheny zone. 10 minutes to go in the first. Tigers trying to set up shop. Chip it ahead. Dietz. But Gilarowski knocks down the bouncing puck. Played ahead to Barnes. Barnes has it poked off his stick by Beckheil. Heil, a terrific defender for North Allegheny. Connor Gilarowski with a knuckle puck wristed in and gloved by Hubert, and he will stop play with 9:38 to go in the first. 0-0, North Allegheny and Peters Township.
Both goalies not taking any chances early on, catching the glove, and he's like, I think I'll just hang on to it.
Yeah, Hubert, you could tell in the thought process the wheels were turning there. Thought about placing that puck down for one of his mates, but thought better of it. We'll just take the face off and see if one of his teammates can win the draw. Jesse Zahn will win the draw to the left of Hubert. And the Tigers will clear center red area. Samuel Madler for Peters Township. Caught up in a double team. Sunseri plays it on net to Shell. Shell just deflects it to his left, where Peters Township will try to gather up steam. Tigers take it away in the neutral zone. Cameron Zahn along the near boards. Tigers right to left across your computer screen or computer keyboard, depending upon how you choose to observe this game, whether it by video stream or listening in. But puck smothered and stopped near the crease by Caden Shell. And once again, 0-0 here with 9:04 to play in the first period.
Or phone. You watch it on your phone also.
Mobile device, absolutely. You have your share of
A
options.
lot of choices, yes.
Face off to the right of Shell. And eventually won by Emilio and the Indians. Clearing it out of there, Heil able to play it along the far boards as Peters Township has it taken away. Parks to Chittister. Chittister wrister off the glove of Shell, deflects behind him and off the boards. Tigers should have played in front again, and now we've got a 2-on-none as Emilio skating in here on Hubert, wrister in the goal. Peters Township with a 1-0 lead, 8:36 to go in the first, and it was a 2-on-none. Pick your poison. Emilio could take the shot or pass it off, and he's able to pick the top right corner on Hubert, and it's 1-0 Indians.
That's the kind of break you want right there. Chittister had a nice shot on goal. The glove, and the puck deflected off the glove, off the boards, right to Peters Township. Was able to get that 2-on-none break. Don't see that too often, and boy, you felt bad for Hubert. It's like, is he going to pass? Is he not? And it was a good low, hard shot. Beats him glove side, 1-0 Peters Township.
Emilio, an all-star for the Indians this season, scored 5 goals in the regular season to go along with 18 assists. And he puts a marker in the cage here in the playoffs. PIHL semifinals. Peters Township now with a 1-0 lead. So this young Indians team draws first blood, and how important is that in terms of confidence? And now a 2-on-1 develops here for the Indians. Stopping left wing circle, a pass in front for Gilarowski, and he tries to deflect it in, but Hubert there able to make the sliding save, denies Connor Gilarowski, and it stays a 1-0 game, which is fortunate for North Allegheny.
Give credit to Justin Kidd on that play, because that was a 2-on-1 right there, and Justin Kidd slid down to try to cause some confusion, which actually did. It made the pass didn't get over there quick enough, and allowed Hubert to get over there to make the slider to make the save. Good job, Justin Kidd, giving up his body.
Oliva off the face-off win. Wrister on net, stopped by Hubert. Puck into the left corner. Tigers will take it away. Duderstadt ahead to Chittister. Chittister into the left corner, dumps it in. Now Tigers were trailing Bethel Park early in the contest of the quarterfinals, so facing adversity isn't anything new for North Allegheny, but another 2-on-1 developing. Connor Gilarowski tries to pass it to his left, but a little far ahead for Cal Raymore. Couldn't play the puck. Now the Tigers at center red. Parks ahead to Chittister. Chittister trying to play it back to Parks. Saved into the attacking zone by Duderstadt. Back to Parks, right wing circle. Cannot get a play on net, and eventually Will Barnes on it. Takes a good check from Parks. Tigers still on the attack now, eventually cleared by Oliva of Peters Township. Near boards. Zappia trying to leave it for Parks. Chittister, wrister in the slot. Deflects away, now trying to shovel it in on net. Caden Shell in the area, and eventually will smother it as Shell along the right crease had Chittister, Parks, and Zappia all kind of poking away at the puck, but eventually able to gather it in, and it stays 1-0 Peters Township with 6:51 to go in the first.
Yeah, I don't know if that shot got through by Chittister, the first one that deflected, but boy, a lot of commotion around that front of the net. Couldn't poke it in.
Now, a lot of traffic there, handled by Shell and the Indians. Face-off win by the Tigers. Our check put on. Rob Randig sent down to the ice by Zach Gilarowski. Scrum forward to the right quarter. Randig trying to dig it out, cannot. And Zach Gilarowski comes out of there with it. Gilarowski to Opeka. Opeka plays it to his left. Cochran in the attacking zone. Heil and several Tigers trying to play it and check Peters Township off the bucket, eventually doing so. Now it's Sunseri. Sunseri does not have numbers, knocked down to the ice, no call. Zach Gilarowski coming the other way. He'll pass it to the right where he has Deemer. Deemer right wing circle area. Rister off target. All the way to the top left point. Tylenda chips it back with a backhand. Pass in the slot. Nobody home, though, for Peters Township on the attempt by Conrad Deemer. Along the near boards now, Tigers still cannot clear. Tylenda slapper to the left of the cage. Puck in front. Still loose. Shot attempt by Tylenda, I believe it was. And the Tigers, I don't know that any of those shots actually made it on Hubert.
Yeah, one of them made through. Huber made a heck of a save there. What I can tell anyways. A lot of traffic. Boy, Peters Township playing well. By the way, that goal by Emilio was unassisted at 8:24. So 1-0 Peters Township here.
And that Emilio goal coming on a 2-on-none break with 8:36 on the clock in the first. Right now we're at 5:39 and counting in the opening stanza. Pass in front of the slot. Tigers cleared. Jake Shopes couldn't get good wood on it. And a scoring opportunity goes by the wayside. Now Dawson Richard, left wing circle after he knocks down the puck. Backhand stopped by Shell. And we'll have a face-off in the Indian zone. We were talking a short time ago, actually, about the Emilio goal and the confidence it gives to this young team. We mentioned the panic factor playing in the PIHL semifinals. And granted, this program has been there, done that as far as Peters Township. But this particular group of players, not so much. And when you get that first goal, what a great confidence booster for Peters Township.
Oh, without a doubt. Especially in the semifinals. And, boy, hey, you're coming off one of your best game of the season also.
Nathan Taylor trying to angle a puck in front to Richard. Richard now will carry the mail from behind the cage into the right corner. Checked off the puck. Peters Township sends it along the near boards, still in the defensive zone, out to center red, where the Tigers will reel it in. Cameron's on. Giveaway, though, as now it is Jake Shopes. Shopes in the left corner. Being harassed by the Tigers defense. Duderstadt. Good forecheck there by Shopes as he forced the puck off the stick of Duderstadt. Eventually Duderstadt recovers and clears it, but it will be an icing on North Allegheny with 4:42 to play in the opening period.
Boy, that's a great shift by Jake Stopes. Not once, but twice was able to deflect it off Tigers. Almost got an opportunity to score there, but good hustle there by Stopes. Peters Township been playing very, very well since about that 12-minute mark. They've been really putting the game to the Tigers right now.
And now a takeaway is Connor Gilarowski's shot wide left of the net. Left wing circle, Rister off target on the attempt by Zach Gilarowski. Now the ice advantage certainly has gone to Peters Township. They've taken it to North Allegheny. These teams splitting in the regular season. Both teams winning 3-2. Indians won the first matchup. That was on November 9th. Tigers won the rematch on February 2nd. Again, it was a 3-2 final. Here it's 1-0 Peters Township. Tigers on the attack. Chittister shot wide right. Zach Gilarowski, nice spin move, able to get around Zappia. Plays it into the neutral zone. Here's Will Barnes. Barnes, who had 15 goals in the regular season, plays it to the left of the North Allegheny cage. Beck Heil behind the net. Spinning around, plays it along the boards in the left quarter. Zappia trying to dig it free as the Indians forcing the issue. Puck into the rafters, and that'll stop the action. The faceoff will be in the North Allegheny zone with 3:35 remaining in the first. 1-0 Peters Township, your score.
Yeah, Matt Amelia, he was tied for the leading score in the regular season. This Peters Township team only had 5 goals in the regular season with 18 assists.
Another face-off win for the Indians. Opeka. Now it's Oliva. Fluttering puck into the right corner off the stick of Oliva. Several players digging for it. Jesse Zahn comes out with it. Near boards pass ahead to Randig, who's knocked off his skates. It looks like we have a penalty here on Peters Township as a result, or we have icing. No, we're going to have icing on North Allegheny, no penalty, and it will be icing on the Tigers as Randig could not touch that puck on the way through, and no whistle charge to the Indians after Randig was knocked off his skates.
Yeah, come playoff time, we got 4 referees on the ice.
Glad to have you with us tonight on the MSA Sports Network. 1-0 Peters Township with 3:16 to play in the first. Off the face-off. Puck quickly whistled in on net by the Indians.
Yeah, nice facility here at Robert Morris. Championship's going to be at the UPMC Lemieux Center this year instead of the Consol Energy Center, thanks to the Who.
Is that who?
You got it, the Who.
Oh, who?
Who?
The who.
The Who.
There's another one off the right wing circle, wristed in on Hubert. So
Yeah,
a couple of quick shots here by the Indians, but no dice as far as Hubert is concerned.
Yeah, they decided to come in and do a rock and roll concert. Yeah. Let's see, PIHL, the Who. Yes, they chose the Who.
Tigers give the puck away in the defensive zone. Shopes takes a check as the puck comes all the way to the neutral zone. Oliva dumps it in. 2:52 and counting in the first. Takeaway by Emilio. Emilio with the game's only goal thus far. Backhander on net, saved by Hubert. And then digging for the puck was Shopes and shoved out of there by North Allegheny's defenseman Cameron Zahn. Hubert has been peppered with shots here in the first, and only one has scored. And that was on the Emilio 2-on-none breakaway. Really can't fault Hubert as he was hung out to dry in that opportunity that the Indians cashed in on. But otherwise, Hubert has been up to the task here thus far. Matching Shell as Chittister with a low wrister stopped by Shell. Out to center red, dumped in by Kidd. Shell stops it, leaves it for Gilarowski. That being Zach Gilarowski. Nice steal by Heil. Heil cannot play it on net as Connor Gilarowski angles it away. Now the Indians into the Tiger zone. Backhander on net by Will Barnes, saved by Hubert with the glove save. With 2:14 to go in the first, clock stopped, 1-0 Peters Township.
Yeah, I heard some great things. I've not seen personally the UPMC Lemieux Center yet, but I heard some great things about it. They're going to be gracious hosts this year.
Tigers hoping to play there for the second time this year. The season opener against Pine Richland. The Tigers won a 4-2 contest at that new Mario Lemieux Ice Center in Cranberry. North Allegheny, just as they near the blue line almost each and every time, the Indians deny them with a nice defensive play. This time it was Zach Gilarowski. Puck in the slot. Nice save on a backhand by Barnes as Hubert denies him. Puck still loose behind the Tigers' net. Bit of a scrambling effort. And it looks like the net is knocked off its pegs, so we'll have a face-off coming up in the Tigers zone yet again with 1:45 to go in the first. 1-0 Peters Township.
Boy, what a big save there by Hubert. That looked like I was ticketed for the back of the net, but Hubert was able to slide over and make that stick save before it got in. Keep this game 1-0.
Peters Township, a team that struggled down the stretch, went winless in its last 5 games. North Allegheny went on a 9-game unbeaten streak toward the end of the regular season. These teams go head-to-head here in the PIHL semifinals. Peters Township blasting Butler 5-0 in the quarterfinal round. Tigers had to dig deep for a 3-2 overtime win over Bethel Park.
Yeah, it's another team that struggled. Butler started off very strong and then struggled towards the end.
Emilio to Shopes in the neutral zone. Shopes plays it into the right corner of the North Allegheny zone. Duderstadt backhands it out toward the blue line where Nathan Taylor reels it in. Taylor and the Tigers on a rush. Taylor, slow wrister on net, stopped by Caden Shell. Puck went into the slot, but there for the Indians was Steve Rex. Rex, who had a hat trick against Butler in the quarterfinals. Indians denied near the blue line. Taylor trying to take the puck along the far boards. He is checked off the puck by Emilio.
There's the holding call.
And then Oliva whistles the puck into the Peters Township net, but you are right, Mohn, or are you?
I don't.
No, you are
No,
incorrect.
I am incorrect.
I thought you had it with the
I
penalty.
thought for
but
sure.
No call.
Yeah, no, that puck just went into the bench. I thought I had it myself. And he was pleading for it, but did not get the call.
Yeah, Emilio had wrapped up Taylor. Taylor was looking back to the officials pleading his case, but no dice. Draw one by North Allegheny near the Peters Township blue line. Zappia in the zone near boards. Try to play it to Chittister. Left wing circle, loses it though. Peters Township's Conrad Deemer. Oh, hard check Deemer, leveled by Kidd.
And that's going to draw a penalty, I think.
Stoppage in play.
Yeah, it is going to draw a penalty. No. What?
It's just offsides on North Allegheny. Simple as that.
Yeah, they saw the arm go up. Thought maybe it was it.
Well, the Peters Township student body thought the same thing because they were hollering, you can't do that. But you can. It was a good, clean check. Just the only thing he couldn't do was go offsides.
Yeah.
25 seconds to play here in the first period. Still 1-0 Peters Township.
I guess I better stop anticipating.
Zappia, right wing circle. Shot never makes it on net. Good defensive play by Ty Lenda as he stopped it with the stick. Zappia keeps it in the zone though. 7 seconds to play in the first. Here's a slapper. Kidd on net. And it deflects in. Zappia, I believe, deflects it in to tie the game with 1 second remaining in the period. 1-1 your score.
What a break for the North Allegheny Tigers. That puck deflected back towards the blue line, and a good low shot by North Allegheny deflected on the goal by Shell, but then it came out and Zappia, right place, right time, able to tap in it. Shell lost sight of the puck. 1 second left in the period. Boy, what a break for the North Allegheny Tigers.
And the puck dropped to end the first period. The last second winds off the clock. A little late on that wind, but eventually it does so, and that ends the first period. So it's 1-1, North Allegheny and Peters Township of the PIHL Class AAA semifinals. We will take a break. Back in a moment on the North Allegheny Sports Network.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
Welcome back to the Robert Morris Island Sportsplex as the North Allegheny Tigers and Peters Township Indians in the PIHL semifinals. And the Indians dominating the first period. Matt Emilio with a goal, 8:36 to go in the first to take a 1-0 lead on a 2-on-none break for the Indians. Peters Township out shooting North Allegheny 14-6, but the Tigers able to tie the game up with 1 second remaining in the first on a deflection by Joe Zappia, and we are all even despite a first period dominated by the Indians.
Yeah, John Parks with an assist on that goal, and also Justin Kidd with an assist. So Parks and Kidd assist on the goal for Zappia to tie this game at 1.
What a first period.
Yeah.
And for North Allegheny, the Tigers really have to
Very
feel good
fortunate.
coming out of that first down. The entire period, quite frankly, the Indians had dictated the pace, but
Yeah, first 5 minutes was fairly even, and then Peters Township really turned it up.
we exchanged sides of the ice. Is now North Allegheny going left to right, Indians right to left in the road red uniforms, Tigers in the home whites. Nathan Taylor on it, passes to Dawson Richard, left wing circle, shot on net, Shell with the save. Puck still loose, Tigers behind the net. Richard, left wing circle, wrist shot by Cameron Zahn, never makes it on the cage. Now it's Shopes looking for a teammate in front, puts it on net instead, and before a rebound can come out to Rex, Hubert smothers it. Still a 1-1 score as we are 40 seconds into the second period.
Boy, almost a giveaway there. Fortunate to hang on to that puck, and almost another 2-on-1 there for Peters Township. They're getting quite a few breaks. Tigers going to clean up that defense here pretty darn quick.
Now, we were talking in the opening of the broadcast about seeing a lot of defense and goaltending. Well, the goaltenders have kept up their end of the bargain, but we've seen some wide open play at times, namely on the side of the Peters Township Indians, though.
Yeah, they've been getting quite a few breaks.
Tigers, anytime you could see a transition rush about to begin, the Indians able to stand tall around the blue line. Connor Gilarowski, far boards in the Tigers zone. Harassed by a pair of Tigers, Kidd and Chittister. And the puck comes loose to Barnes in the slot. Wrist shot off the chest of Hubert and then smothers it in front of the crease. Clock stopped at 15:41 remaining in the second period. Tie score 1-1.
So far, no penalties handed out. We thought there was going to be 2 of them.
Yeah, we improperly jumped the gun, I guess.
No, I improperly jumped the gun, which I'm not going to do the rest of the night.
Face off to the right of Hubert. Off the draw, battle in the left quarter. Tigers come out of there. Taylor ahead to Sunseri. Sunseri down the right wing, plays it behind the net. Marshall Johnson back to Sunseri. Sunseri takes a hard check. This time we are going to have a penalty, and that is, we've got.
Might be a retaliation, hopefully not for the Tigers.
We had a scrum begin behind the net. Play continued as Sunseri went with a wraparound attempt, backhand that was stopped by Caden Shell. It's going to be Zach Gilarowski who came down on one of the Tigers on that vicious check. And
it's calling a cross check.
Yeah, it was, and that's the case. There will be no retaliation penalty, so a power play now for North Allegheny. 2-minute power play with 15:23 to go.
Tigers are very forward. The Tigers are trying to get the face-off in the end because in the Peters Township end because the face play stopped. Goalie had it.
Yeah, Mike Magnato has.
Why is it outside the zone?
Has a terrific case for that, but it's not going to matter.
Don't understand.
The face-off outside the Peters Township blue line, and then a quick whistle.
False face-off, I guess.
Yeah, cross-check by Zach Gilarowski. The call, and that has North Allegheny on a power play. The officials talking to both teams because they don't want to see this one turn ugly. Face-off win by Peters Township. Rex skating in on net. Cannot get a shot off. Now to the far boards in the right quarter. Indians short-handed, but mustering some offense. Now Tigers with 2 players behind the play here for Peters Township on a rush. Tigers still need some players to catch up as well. Richard now to Chittister. Find a player skating in. Zappia's shot save made by Shell.
Zappia is the one that was trailing it because he lost his stick. That's why he was trailing.
Yeah, there were 2 Indians players down behind the play, but the Tigers really couldn't take advantage because they had a couple of players down behind the play as well. And as you said, Zappia without a stick. Now it's Richard. Surveys the defense. Looks to Zahn. Zahn to Chittister. Right wing circle. Pass in the slot. And Zappia with a backhand. Kind of a no-look pass, but it goes wide of the net. And Peters Township clears. 1 minute to go and the man advantage for North Allegheny after Zach Gilarowski charged with a cross-checking penalty. 14:14 on the game clock here, the second period. We're tied 1-1. North Allegheny trying to take its first lead of the game. Parks behind the net. Top left point. Johnson Richard, wrister, save made, rebound. Tigers cannot get to it. Zappia had his stick tied up by one of the Indians' defensemen. Now Peters Township clears, and it's Opeka able to get around the defenseman. Still 26 seconds on the power play. Trying to get a shorthanded goal, but Opeka could not muster a shot on net.
Michalowski with the save, the defensive play there.
Pass in front toward Chittister. Deflects to Parks. Parks looking for Dietz. Now it's Kidd. Wrist shot saved with the glove hand. 9 seconds to go as Shell stops the Tigers in their tracks with 13:31 to play in the second period. We remain in a 1-1 deadlock.
Yeah, it sure looked like the Tigers were going to get that 2-1 advantage, but boy, Michalowski did a great job of just tying up that NA offensive player. Couldn't get the stick on the puck. Tigers now, you said, down to 9 seconds with the power play.
Face-off win by the Indians. And out to center red, dumped in by Barnes. Barnes trying to retrieve it as 3 Tigers will collapse on him defensively. Power play is over, so the first power play goes to the Tigers, and they come up empty as we stay in a 1-1 tie. Near the 13-minute mark of the second period. Peters Township, nice headman pass out to Connor Gilarowski. Gilarowski able to fight off a defender. Wrist shot saved by Joe Huber. Near boards. Gilarowski, that being Zach Gilarowski, will reel the puck in. Plays it to the far boards. Tigers, PIHL meets in a head-on collision with Gilarowski and chips it forward. Jesse's on, back to Heil. Heil's wrister up into the mesh netting over top of the Peters Township net. That is considered out of play, and we'll have a face-off outside the blue line.
I thought maybe it was, they're going to say it was deflected, so it'll be just inside the blue line.
12:39 remaining here in the second period. Only goals thus far coming in the first period. Matt Emilio for Peters Township with 8:36 to go in the first, and then the Tigers tying the game with just 1 second remaining in the first period on a Joe Zappia goal. Nobody has put one in the net in the second period. Tigers into the Peters Township zone, right quarter. Top left point, Gonchar. Wrister deflected by one of the Peters Township defensemen, never makes it on net. Now it's Rex. Rex able to escape past Gonchar, comes in on Huber, backhand attempt, and that goes wide right of the net. Rex right back on the puck, far boards now, right wing circle area. Pass in front, Schultz, shot goes wide right. He's trying to pick the top right quarter. He had it, but missed the net. Rex now far boards. Peters Township, 2 great opportunities, but no dice. Slapper goes wide of the net. Emilio battling it out with Cameron Zahn in the left quarter. Zahn tied up with Emilio. Tigers race out of there with the puck as it's Joe Zappia. Now with that scrap continues. Emilio and Cameron Zahn.
I don't know if they called a penalty behind the player or that both players were just tied up, or
Yeah, they stopped the action, no doubt about that.
See what they call.
The Tigers were going the other way. Now Zahn's headed to the NA bench.
I think we are going to get a holding call on Peters Township.
Matt Emilio is being escorted to the sin bin.
Yeah, I was watching that play behind it. Emilio grabbed him and threw him down, and that's with the extra referee. You're going to be able to see that. He was hanging out. So it'll be a 2-minute holding penalty.
You're going to hear the Peters Township faithful, I'm sure, here over our crowd mic, voicing their displeasure.
Sounds like a basketball game. Call it both ways.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, again, North Allegheny wants the face-off to be in the Peters Township zone, and this time their argument is heard successfully.
Yeah, we'll do that at the basketball championships. We'll sit and just sit those classic lines, wait for them to come out, you know. Go both ways and whatever else that comes out. So, can have some fun somehow when it's a 50-point blowout, you know.
We're tied here. No 50-point blowout in this one. It's a tie ice hockey game, 1-1. 11:28 to go in the second period. Tigers with their second power play of the night. Parks out of the left corner, left wing circle now, skates back, plays it to Dawson Richard. Richard, who had 2 goals and an assist against Bethel Park in the quarterfinals, passes it to Parks. Pitch and catch continues. Now cross ice pass. The kid in front to Dietz. Good save by Shell. Rebound goal. North Allegheny able to place it in. And on the goal, I believe that's Parks right now. He's being mobbed by his teammates, and it is Parks for the goal. North Allegheny with the power play goal. 2-1. North Allegheny, 11:01 to play in the second.
Boy, it sure looked like Shell had that short side guarded, but somehow Parks was able to find just a little bit of a crease. That's all we needed. Was able to beat him on the short side. Power play goal. Tigers go up 2-1. Way to stick with it by John Parks.
The Tigers now 1 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. John Parks had 8 goals in the regular season. That's his first of the playoffs. 2-1 North Allegheny, and now a steal. Richard with a great wrist shot into the breadbasket, though. Had a lot of velocity, but right into the midsection of Caden Shell. Stops it easily. Had the angle cut down as well.
Had the angle cut down on the last one, we thought also.
And John Parks just needed a sliver of space to find the net. Here's another steal. It's a backhand attempt by Richard, goes wide of the cage. Along the near boards, hard check put on by Dietz. With the Indians, Emilio out of the box, looking for a goal. Tigers, Dawson Richard as the puck carom off the protective netting. That'll be a face-off of the North Allegheny zone to the right of Joe Hubert.
The assists go to Justin Kidd and Steven Dietz on the assist of the goal. Give the Tigers a 2-1 lead.
Kidd with his second assist of the night. 2-1 North Allegheny. Only goal of the second belongs to John Parks on the power play.
Coming at 5:53.
Face-off win, Rex in the Indians. Rex out to Zach Gilarowski. Gilarowski tries to dump it in the left corner, finds Rex. Rex behind the Tigers' net. Shopes back to Zach Gilarowski. Slap shot. That one was humming, but Hubert stops it.
And they're going to get a penalty after the play.
Emilio trying to create some traffic in front. He was knocked down to the ice.
Yeah, it's going to go on Justin Kidd. Tripping call late, right after the play.
So Emilio, who was victimized by a penalty, this time is the victim of this penalty of Kidd, and it's a two-minute power play for the Peters Township Indians. 10:24 to go in the second period.
Guess what? They're calling it both ways.
As the officials usually do.
Yes. Yeah, that was a late call, but apparently he got that stick underneath the skate, tripped him, and power play coming.
We'll see if the Indians can cash in now. Emilio trying to pass it cross ice, deflected by the Tigers defense to the far boards.
They called it a slashing penalty. But
Connor Gilarowski stopped on a great sliding save by Joe Hubert, and North Allegheny clears.
Yeah, Gilarowski waited just a second too late. He was trying to just go for that top corner, but allowed Hubert to slide over and make that save. He's been sharp.
Steve Rex skates in left corner. Duderstadt draped on it. Pass out to Connor Gilarowski. Wrister. Puck saved by Hubert, then just sits on it. Will Barnes was looking for the rebound, but there was no rebound as Hubert uses his hindquarters to stop the puck.
How'd he see it? Yeah, a lot of traffic out there. Barnes was waiting to pick up that puck, but like you said, hey, sit on it, get that face off.
2-1 North Allegheny, 9:33 to play in the second period. Face-off win for Peters Township, but it's quickly cleared by North Allegheny. Still 1 minute to go in the power play here for Peters Township. There's a slashing penalty called on Justin Kidd. Pass in front for Emilio, can't get any wood on it. Rex knocks the puck down right wing circle, surveys the defense. Pass behind the net. Centering pass for Will Barnes. Barnes cannot get a shot off as the Tigers defense double teamed him at that point. Indians still on the attack though, 30 seconds to go and the man advantage. Rex to the top right point to Zach Gilarowski. Wrister off the leg of Heil. Chipped forward by Connor Gilarowski. And North Allegheny's defense clears. 17 seconds in this power play. 8:38 to go in the second period. 2-1 North Allegheny the score. Zach Gilarowski weaves in and offsides. Opeka was a shade or two ahead.
State finals are right around the corner, and this year's Pennsylvania Cup games are sure to be action-packed. The state championships will be held Saturday, March 19th at the Pagula Ice Arena.
7 seconds to go in this power play.
Join us in person or
8:37 to play in the second. Face off outside the Tigers zone. And it is won by North Allegheny. Trying to wind the final seconds of the penalty, and Kidd out of the box and quickly will hustle to the Tigers bench. On the ice now, Steve Dietz for North Allegheny. Peters Township looking for a headman pass, but slipping down to the ice was Cochran. Puck comes back to Cochran, though. Tigers dump it in to Dietz. 2-1 North Allegheny leading. In the second period, 8 minutes to go before intermission. Rister on net from the right wing circle. Good shot by Rosso Pica. But Hubert again with the stop. Tigers gather possession. Heil and the Tigers on a rush. Look out, Heil's shot. Kick save by Shell and then deflects into the netting. Faceoff will be in the Peters Township zone on a stop clock, 7:43 to play in the second period.
Hard to believe it's 75 degrees outside in March. Nice facility here, not just nice and comfortable. Just need a little bit of a sweatshirt on. This facility, you've never been to the airport ice arena. It's probably like 30 degrees in there, literally. I mean, I was sweatshirt, winter coat, hat, gloves, and still cold at the airport ice arena. One of the colder facilities in Just Levo can verify that probably.
Tigers off the face-off win. John Parks, who has the go-ahead goal in this contest, cannot find a teammate in front as Shopes now will skate in on the Tigers. Shopes, slow wrister, easy save made by Hubert, then smothers the puck. 7:24 to go in the second, 2-1 North Allegheny. If you're just joining us, Matt Emilio scored the game's first goal for Peters Township on a 2-on-none breakaway. That was with 8:36 to go in the first. Tigers tied the game on a Joe Zappia marker with only 1 second left in the first. And then the Tigers on a power play, John Parks, with 11:01 remaining in the second period. That's where we're at this point, 2-1 Tigers. Tell you what, the Indians dominated the first period, but the Tigers have more than settled in now in this second. Zappia, steal. Good check. Stick check there by Peters Township. Duderstadt will flutter the puck on net, and it's stopped by Caden Shell.
Yeah, remember, before that power play goal by the Tigers, Peters Township had 2 huge opportunities that they couldn't convert on. A couple players just missing that top right-hand corner of the net. The Tigers able to capitalize on that power play, so having that 2-1 lead.
2 ice hockey programs that are known for their success. Face-off win and Sunseri's shot attempt off one of the defensemen of Peters Township. Cal Raymore. Slow puck on net again, and an easy stop for Hubert, but with Raymore bearing down on him, has to stop play.
Both these goalies not taking any chances. Anything close, they're just covering up and taking that face-off.
Tigers in the semifinals for the second consecutive year. Peters Township reached the semifinals last year before being upset by number 6 seed Butler, 3-1. Indians exacted revenge, though, with a 5-0 win last week in the quarterfinals against the Golden Tornado. 2-1 North Allegheny leading in the semifinals here tonight. 6:34 to play in the second period. Nathan Taylor, big slap shot off target. Went wide right. In the right corner. Tigers trying to dig it free, but the Indians come out with the puck. Barnes dumps it into the North Allegheny left corner. Raymore trying to take control, cannot. Tigers possession, far boards. Taylor trying to chip it ahead to Richard past his stick, where Zach Gilarowski will reset for Peters Township. 6:06 to go in the second period. Dump in by Connor Gilarowski. Penguins will swing it around the horn to the near boards. Dietz to Richard. Richard checked off the puck, but able to shovel it ahead into the neutral zone at minimum, where Zach Gilarowski takes command.
Yeah, good play there by Richard. Fighting off that check, is able to get it out of the zone.
Puck behind the North Allegheny net. Gonchar plays it to Chittister. Now it's Dietz from the neutral zone into the attacking zone. Low wrister, pad save. Puck gets away from Caden Shell, but his defense helps him out in the right corner. Shopes with it, loses it. Parks to Zappia, back to Parks left corner. Parks checked off the puck. Zappia to Parks, tough angle. He gets a shot on net. We saw that before with a tough angle, and Parks was able to find a sliver in a goal. This time it's a big save by Caden Shell. Keeps it a 2-1 score here. 5:12 remaining in the second period.
Couldn't find the sliver that time.
Not enough space that time around as Caden Shell had the angle covered and made sure of it. Face-off win by North Allegheny. Pass in front. Zappia goal. Parks to Zappia. No, they're waving it off. No goal. The officials have waved it off, and it stays 2-1.
Did it. Must not have crossed the line is the only thing I come up with. Well, what a play by Parks from behind the net. Was able to feed Zappia, but apparently either the whistle, didn't hear the whistle blow, so apparently that puck just did not cross the line.
Yeah, Zappia was celebrating, but no official had ever indicated that it was a goal. They simply said no goal, so I can't really say they were waving it off. That would be improper, actually, in terms of that description. But no goal indicated by the officials. Zappia was celebrating, but no one else had indicated goal, and the officials say keep it a 2-1 ice hockey game.
Yeah, official right on top of it in the back of the net. Quick to make the call. I think Rex was offside on himself that time. So the score remains 2-1.
Face-off outside the Tigers' blue line. Won by North Allegheny. Taylor, far board, skates left to right here against the Indians. Taking off the puck.
Look out.
Now it's Matt Emilio. 2-on-1 developing, and the puck just off his stick as it's taken away by Heil. Heil and the Tigers now with an opportunity. Taylor, left wing circle, trying to pass it ahead to Dawson Richard. Comes free in the slot to Dietz, but cannot handle the hopping puck to get a shot on net. Taylor in the right quarter now. Out to Duderstadt. Duderstadt fakes a slap shot, trying to pass it in front, but the Indians savvy to that with a takeaway. Play it to center red. To Duderstadt with the theft. Up ahead to Dawson Richard. Richard in the attacking zone. Low wrist shot. Saved by Caden Shell. Trying to knock it down does Richard. Backhand save by Caden Shell.
What a play by Richard. Was able to get a good shot on goal. The puck deflects high in the air, and somehow Richard was able to get a stick on that and throw a backhand. Boy, Shell, what an amazing save there. Keep us a 2-1 game.
Great athletic ability on both sides.
Yes.
Richard, number one, to knock the puck down, get a backhand shot off, and then Shell, the quick reaction to make the save. 4:11 to play here in the second period. 2-1 North Allegheny. John Parks with the go-ahead goal, a power play goal in the second period. Indians trying to skate in, but it's cleared out of play by Cameron Sinceri.
A penalty in the NHL.
Delay of game in the NHL. Here in the PIHL, it's just a stoppage in play. Face-off to the top of the right wing circle. Won initially by Peters Township, and the Tigers with a steal. Sunseri breakaway, shot into the chest of Caden Shell for the save.
Yeah, Sinceri, he was being hounded from behind, and he had to, I think, shoot that puck a little bit quicker than what he wanted to. Shell was able to come out, cut down the angle. Not much to shoot with that right there, but he did get a good hard shot on goal.
(2-1) North Allegheny with 3:55 on the clock in the second. Tigers trying to go back to the PIHL Championship. Last time North Allegheny was there was in 2013, defeating Peters Township 2-0 for the title. Indians were there in 2014, winning the championship. I mentioned two programs in ice hockey that have done very well over the years. Indians skating in behind the Tigers' net. Opeka will play at top right point. Rister Tylendis, blocker save by Hubert, and it deflects toward Raymore, but couldn't get a stick on it as Hubert stops the action. You know what? I don't even think that was a blocker save. I think Hubert stopped that with his stick. The top of his stick with that last save.
Yeah, he might have. And boy, that puck was just sitting in the crease, just sitting dangerously waiting to get poked in, but Hubert was able to. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, Hubert needs a new stick because that one's broken. He made that save not with his blocker, but with the very top of the stick, the skinny end, if you will, of that goalie stick. And that shot actually broke the goalkeep stick And he needs a new piece of lumber.
Hey, any way you can to keep it out. Sure enough, he did.
Use anything you've got. The stick, the glove, the pads, your helmet.
Or your hindquarters, as you said earlier.
That's right. He even made a save with his wallet. 2-1 North Allegheny. Joe Hubert doing all of what he can to keep the Tigers in the lead. Tigers dig the puck free. Now it's Chittister. Far boards. Wrist shot stopped by the Indians defense, Tylenda. And then the second attempt by Chittister on Shell makes the save. Parks knocked off his skates behind the net.
A little extracurricular activity after the play. I don't think you'll see any stupid penalties from these two teams right now in a 2-1 game. At least you would hope not.
What is at stake is far too important than any grudge match or bragging rights amongst each other.
Last game of the year if you lose.
That's right. Personal issues, you can set them aside. Team issues are what matter most right now. The biggest team issue is reaching the championship game. Tigers leading 2-1. Dawson Richard with a check behind the net on Michalowski. Out to center red. Now the Indians in the attacking zone on a rush. Wrister by Barnes, saved by Hubert. Barnes loses his edge behind the North Allegheny net. Tigers build a rush. 3-on-3 developing. Nathan Taylor far boards. Wrist shot stopped by Caden Shell with the glove hand. 2:33 to go here in the second. Still 2-1 North Allegheny.
Boy, we've had a lot of face-offs in this game, haven't we?
Indeed we have. The goaltenders are not taking any chances, and no rebounds. It's also great goal play on both sides.
Yeah, for the most part, they've been really covering up well.
Glad to have you along today on the MSA Sports Network, also being video streamed tonight by the MSA Sports Network. I'm Randy Gore along with Lee Mohn. Jess Levo, our camera operator here this evening. And producer, if you will. I guess you could say that as well.
Up on her stole. Yeah, she's got the second game, too.
Rex trying to play to the slot. Emilio knocked off his skates with a check. Peters Township crowd want a call, but won't get one.
Yeah, they're looking for an interference call after the play. It was a good, clean check, but it was after the puck was well gone.
Yeah, they might have had a case, I have to be honest.
Yes, I think so.
Tyler Duderstadt skates in. Duderstadt on a bounding puck, stopped by Shell with 1:45 to go in the period. 2-1 North Allegheny. Score has been maintained since John Parks gave North Allegheny the lead on a power play marker with 11:01 to go in this second.
Yeah, Matt Amelia was going over to ask the referee about that call, that check after the play. But not going to change his mind.
Jesse Zahn and Conrad Deemer for the faceoff. Delayed offsides on North Allegheny. Indians will play it ahead. Neutral zone, Jesse Zahn. Kidd up ahead to Sunseri. He'll skate into the attacking zone. Slap shot, pad save, and the rebound kicked aside by Caden Shell. Tigers will try a rush again. Sunseri skates it offsides. There's still a North Allegheny player trying to get back onside. That was Jesse Zahn. So a fraction of a second too fast, Cameron Sunseri.
Yeah, he was knocked down to the ice from behind, and he tried his best to try to get back onside, but just could not.
Draw will come outside the blue line of the Peters Township end. Raymore backhands it into the Tigers zone. Connor Gilarowski trying to check PIHL off the puck. Shopes in the right corner. Skates right wing circle. Tylenda from the top right point. Fans on the shot. Shopes backhand at a pass of the slot. Was just behind teammate Cal Raymore. 1 minute remaining in this second. Tigers give it away to Peters Township. Slick moves here by Zach Gilarowski. Gilarowski wrister stopped by Hubert. PIHL pass near boards. Dietz can't handle it. Raymore into the left corner with the pass to Shopes. Shopes plays it off the nets. Raymore trying to dig it free. The Tigers come out of there with it as Dawson Richard plays it off one of the officials. Unintentionally so. And now it's Kidd near boards. Kidd trying to leave it in the right quarter and does so. Chases it down with 15 seconds to go in this second period. 2-1 North Allegheny on top. Tigers score with 1 second to go in the first period. They will not be able to do it again here as the Indians clear. 2 seconds. And we have an icing or do we? Zeros on the clock. And we will not have an icing. That ends. No, we will have an icing. The officials tell the teams to get back to the bench.
No, they're just letting North Allegheny get off the bench, get off the ice first.
So the officials realizing that tempers have flared along the way in this game, so there will not be an icing. It's just the end of the period, and they will allow the officials, the Tigers, to exit first, and now Peters Township will do the same. So that wraps up 2 periods of action. It's North Allegheny 2 and the Peters Township Indians 1. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring for you from what has transpired thus far on the North Allegheny Sports Network.
The only place to turn to listen and watch the 2016 PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs is right here on the MSA Sports Network. We have audio and video coverage from the first round all the way through the high school hockey championships. Plus, we will have nightly recaps of all the action. The broadcasts, the interviews, and the write-ups of the PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs are only here on the MSA Sports Network. The high school winter sports postseason continues this week on the MSA Sports Network. We have coverage of the 2016 PIAA Individual Wrestling Championships from Hershey. Action from the 2016 PIAA Basketball Playoffs through the quarterfinals round. And we set the stage for the PIHL Penguins Cup Finals next week. The only place to turn to hear champions crowned this week is here on the MSA Sports Network.
It's often said, the more you learn, the more you earn. The U.S. Air Force wants you to keep learning even after you graduate from high school. In fact, the Air Force will turn your military training into college credit through its own accredited degree program at the Community College of the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America has important information for people with asthma. There are 2 main causes of asthma symptoms: airway constriction you feel and inflammation you may not, and most medicines only treat one. At asthma.com, you'll find information about working with your doctor and treating both main causes of asthma symptoms and how this can help prevent symptoms before they even start. This message brought to you by AAFA with funding and editorial support by GlaxoSmithKline. For more information, go to asthma.com.
Hi, this is Don Rebel. One of the great things about your favorite high school games being streamed on the MSA Sports Network is not only can you listen to the games live on your computer or your mobile phone, but you can also listen to the games archived anytime you want by logging on to www.msasports.net with just one click.
We are underway. High short kick is going to hit it.
That's why we say anytime, anywhere, always there. The MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything, right? I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlow University. Visit carlow.edu.
Welcome back to the Robert Morris Island Sports Complex here on Neville Island, North Allegheny. At intermission, the Zamboni out on the ice in between the second and third periods, and the Tigers on top of Peters Township 2-1. Also at intermission, it's time to eat your Girl Scout cookies because Lee Mohn has partaken in the tag-alongs that I purchased, and Jess Levo has now shared her Thin Mints with Lee Mohn. So everyone is enjoying their cookies at this point in the evening.
Yeah, we even had the guys guarding the door here checking the tickets. He's got his. I think he had Thin Mints is what I think he had over there also.
Well, I guess I should be specific, and you're wondering why we're eating Girl Scout cookies. There's a troop of Girl Scouts outside the entranceway here to the ice arena that have been selling their Girl Scout cookies, and of course the various favorites. You have your Samoas, your Tagalongs, Thin Mints, and others that I can't even think of. But I bought the Tagalongs, and everyone's sharing their cookies with Lee Mohn because we all feel bad about having these. And
I didn't buy a box.
And you didn't need to, as it turned out. So.
I like those shortbread ones. I don't know what they're called, but the problem is I don't think these cookies are going to last the rest of the night, though.
That's fine. That's what they're here for. I'm sharing these cookies, and when Bobby O and his broadcast partner come later, he can have all this. There's the Samoas. This is terrific. So, yeah, in case you're wondering why in the world are we eating Girl Scout cookies, that's why. Anyway, back to business. It's intermission, in case you haven't figured. But let's give you a scoring recap as to where we're at right now. North Allegheny leading it 2-1. The first goal of the night went to Matt Emilio of the Peters Township Indians with 8:36 on the first period clock, and that developed because of a 2-0 breakaway. Emilio had the puck the entire way, and there was no reason to pass it off. He was able to pick the top right corner on Joe Hubert, and it was 1-0 Peters Township. That first period completely owned by Peters Township. Simple as that. They led in shots on goal 14-7, but the Tigers were able to steal some momentum at the end of the first on a deflection goal by Joe Zappia with 1 second remaining in the first period. John Parks and Justin Kidd with the assists on that, and the Tigers had evened the score at 1-1. In the second period, it stayed at 1-1 until the Tigers had a power play. John Parks, who did not have much of an angle, able to find a rebound goal past Caden Shell to give the Tigers a 2-1 lead. Kidd again with the assist, joined by Steven Dietz with a helper as well on that goal. And so that power play goal, the difference in the game, is the Tigers lead it 2-1.
Both goalies have played very, very well here tonight. 27 shots on goal for Peters Township, 25 for North Allegheny through the first two periods. But boy, some just dynamite saves by both these goalies. For North Allegheny, you want to clean up those breaks. I mean, another couple 2-on-1 breaks again for Peters Township in that second period. And that's dangerous. You keep on giving up those 2-on-1s, they're gonna score on those. I mean, the 2-on-none they already scored on there, but boy, you got to clean up that act. And Peters Township, you can feel the momentum switching, but the last 2-3 minutes of that second period, Peters Township was able to put a lot of pressure on North Allegheny, so we'll see if they can continue that going into the third period.
Yeah, this one is far from over. You get the sense and the momentum. While the Tigers have the lead, it has fluctuated the momentum, and we'll see what adjustments are being made when these teams hit the ice again for the third period. As the winner of this game will face the winner between Central Catholic and Erie Cathedral Prep. That one will be played directly after our game, scheduled for a 9 o'clock face-off.
That's not going to happen.
And that'll be also broadcast here on the MSA Sports Network. Not only broadcast, but also video stream here on the MSA Sports Network. So if you're watching or listening to this one tonight and you want to know who your team may be taking on, well, stick around on the MSA Sports Network because they'll have that Central Catholic Erie Cathedral Prep contest. Cathedral Prep in the quarterfinals beating Seneca Valley 2-1. And Central Catholic, the 2 seed, able to topple the defending champion, Cannon McMillan Big Mac 6-3. So there will be a new champion this year in Class AAA. And all 4 of the teams that are in the Final Four here in the semifinals, hoping that it will be them
and all the championships will be heard here in the MSA Sports Network. 2 of them on Monday night, Division II finals, and the AA finals will be Monday night from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Center, and then Single A and Triple A will be on Tuesday, 5:30 and 8:30 will be the start times from those games in the UPMC Sports Arena on Monday and Tuesday. And the winner of those games will go on to other than Division II, won't have a Division II, but they'll have a state championship on next Saturday from State College.
Which we were listening to very carefully being announced here at the Robert Morris Ice Sportsplex.
Just in case the North Allegheny Tigers would happen to make it to Hershey, the girls team, you can spend the night in Hershey, only have an hour drive to State College.
That would be the plan.
Yeah.
If in a perfect world, that would be in the North Allegheny perfect world anyway. That's what you'd be rooting for. The girls basketball team, by the way, in the state playoffs, the Lady Tigers Friday night will get a rematch with the Norwood Knights in the PIAA quarterfinals. The Knights in the WPIAL championship beating North Allegheny in overtime, 63-57.
That still stings.
So North Allegheny hoping to atone for that defeat in the rematch here in the quarterfinals on Friday night, and Lee Mohn and I will have the action for you. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off from Penn Hills High School.
Yeah, you got to give me directions later on.
I'll try to do so.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I already talked to my parents earlier who live in McKeesport.
Yeah, I figured you'd be spending the night,
I'm going to go to Penn Hills via McKeesport.
Yeah, I figured that.
Because you don't want to go through any of the tunnels that time of day, I can assure you.
I'll be coming from Butler, so I'll be taking the turnpike and coming down. I don't think you have to go through a tunnel to get to Penn Hills if you're coming through Greensburg, from Monroeville. So
correct.
Yeah, so I'll come in that way, be safe, and get there hopefully very early for the Penn Hills. I was there once or twice. It's been quite a few years since I've been over to Penn Hills High School, but nice venue for that game, and then the Highlands and Mars boys game, which I'll be sticking around to watch that one. So that's gonna be a fun AAA matchup. So not a lot of Whipple champions keep on going down.
Yeah, that's been the case.
Yeah,
and
Beaver Falls going down last night in the AAA boys. The Bishop Canevin girls in AA went down last night. So it should be interesting. The state playoffs roll on the basketball, and then the hockey semifinals here tonight. We had the single A's and double A's Monday and Tuesday, and then we get triple A's tonight, and everything wrapping up on Monday and Tuesday for the PIHL.
In the meantime, Peters Township has returned to the ice, getting ready for the third period. North Allegheny with a 2-1 lead over Peters Township. We already gave you the scoring recap. Emilio with Peters Township's only goal, Joe Zappia and John Parks with markers for the Tigers. The Parks power play goal in the second is good for the lead for the Tigers. Last time these teams met in the playoffs, it was in the 2013 Penguins Cup Championship. Tigers blanked Peters Township 2-0. Joe Griffin scored both of North Allegheny's goals. One shorthanded in the second period. Bradford Thornburg posted the shutout for North Allegheny that night in net. And in the recent series this year, the regular season, Peters Township defeating North Allegheny 3-2 on November 9th. Indians outshot the Tigers that night 33-19. Peters Township raced to a 3-0 lead before North Allegheny scored a couple of late goals in the third. On February 2nd, the Tigers exacted revenge 3-2 over the Indians. Peters Township still outshot North Allegheny, but narrowly so, 32-27. Eric Chittister scored 2 goals for North Allegheny in that one. Doug Wild was in net with 30 saves for North Allegheny to collect the win.
Yeah, I wonder one year if the PIHL or the WPIL might adopt it and make it an official sport. The PIHL hockey, not part of the WPIL, sanctioned by the WPIL basically. It's its own entity. So like the slow pitch softball, is a club sport right now. The PIHL not affiliated with the WPIL.
That is a question that is over my head, I can tell you that. I have no answers for you, Lisa.
Yeah, I just wonder one day if it might happen. If it might become a WPIL sport someday. I mean, the PIHL does a phenomenal job what they do here with the stats, being able to go online for the stats and everything. They do just an unbelievable job with the PIHL. Greatly thank them.
Yeah, thanks to all the folks here at the Robert Morris Island Sportsplex. They have been very gracious and hospitable to us tonight.
And allow the Girl Scouts to sell their Girl Scout cookies, too.
That's right, which we appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
This contest, while it has been heated at times tonight, there are some ties between several players on each side. North Allegheny's Joe Hubert and Dawson Richard, members of the S-Mark Stars, U18 AAA squad, and Peters Township players Matt Emilio and Zach Gilarowski, also members of that team. So we have some teammates on that team that are now going head-to-head here tonight. So great individual players, athletic, outstanding ice hockey players that know each other well. The parents of both schools' ice hockey programs know each other well additionally. We're underway in the third period, an immediate stoppage in play 7 seconds in as the puck was deflected out of play. Now we have a face-off win for North Allegheny on the fresh ice here at the Robert Morris Ice Complex. Dawson Richard will dump it in to the Peters Township zone. Tigers gather it in the neutral zone. Make that back Heil rather on it. Heil to Dietz, who backhands it into the right quarter. 2-1 your score if you're just joining us. North Allegheny with the advantage. A power play goal by John Parks in the second. Heil takes a high check, knocked down to the ice, perhaps trying to draw a call, not coming though. And now it's Dietz, wrist shot, good kick save by Caden Shell with the right pad.
Good low shot there.
Indians the other way. Rex stop and go move. Nice pass to Barnes in the front of the crease. Shot stopped by Hubert, and the puck is smothered by the senior goalkeeper.
I'll tell you, Rex showing some nice moves here on the ice. He's good speed. Causing some havoc out there. Just couldn't get that puck by Hubert.
Tigers leading at 2-1. We are 57 seconds into the third period. Face off to the left of Hubert. Connor Gilarowski on the draw, which is won by Chittister, but wristed out of the corner by Peters Township. Not sure who got that one on net, but Hubert up to the task with the save. Now it's John Parks. Skates into the neutral zone, into the Indians' end. Cleared by Peters Township. Loose puck comes to Zappia. Tries to chip it forward, but Zach Gilarowski on it. He loses the puck, taken off his stick by Dietz. Check that was Chittister rather. Check on the far boards and a dump in by Shopes of Peters Township. Tyler Duderstadt reels it in for North Allegheny, plays it ahead to Chittister, deflects it forward looking for Parks, but beyond him, Michalowski plays it back towards center red. Tigers back on sides. But Indians in possession. Connor Gilarowski finds an open Shopes. Shopes wrister, top of the left wing circle, on net, but saved with the blocker by Joe Hubert. Looking for a setup and a slap shot that deflects on net, saved by Hubert. That big slapper coming just inside the blue line from Zach Gilarowski. Far boards, Tigers want some fresh legs. The Peters Township fans would have too many men on the ice call. No such luck. Far boards. Indians take it away. Trailing 2-1 to North Allegheny with 14:35 remaining in the third. Michalowski backhands it into the right corner. And off the stick of Gilarowski. And the Indians will have to skate back to stay on sides. Here's Gonchar. Loses it. Peters Township trying to play it across near the front of the crease. Unable to get a shot on that. Bounding puck on the cage. Stopped by Hubert as he smothers it. That time it was Conrad Deemer who shoveled it in front.
Boy, good pressure there by Peters Township. Just couldn't get much offense going, but boy, they kept that puck in the zone for quite a while.
Glad to have you with us tonight on the MSA Sports Network and North Allegheny Sports Network. 2-1 Tigers in front on top of the Peters Township Indians in the PIHL semifinals. Winner will face the winner between Central Catholic and Cathedral Prep to be played at 9 o'clock tonight from this very ice surface. Tigers in the defensive zone, swept with the glove behind the net by Duderstadt. Now the Tigers with a rush. Dawson Richard, left wing circle area, shot stopped by Zach Gilarowski. Nathan Taylor able to get to it, looking for a wraparound goal, save made by Shell. Duderstadt, top of the slot, wrister misses the net. Trying to deflect it in was Dawson Richard off the body of Shell. Shell saves that.
No stick.
Still onside, Shell without a stick. Nathan Taylor in the left quarter. Back to Dawson Richard. Richard will skate into the right quarter. Backhand pass, looking for Taylor. Quickly deflected in front. Tyler Duderstadt tries to wrist one in. Tylenda stops it and clears. Peters Township the other way. Rex leaves the puck for Barnes. Shot and a goal. Will Barnes has tied it 2-2 with 12:55 to play.
Boy, all kinds of pressure by the North Allegheny Tigers. Had Shell in desperation there, playing without a stick. Great play by Amelia. Was able to give up his stick, give it to Shell, and then they were able to get the break. Beat Hubert shorthanded or short side, and game tied 2-2.
Will Barnes, who led the Indians in scoring in the regular season with 15 goals, scores the equalizer here in the third. Oliva knocks Gonchar off his skates. And a stoppage in play. Steve Rex on the assist for Peters Township on the marker by Barnes. That has been officially announced here at the Robert Morris Ice Sportsplex. Face off just outside the Tigers' blue line. Won by North Allegheny. Fluttering puck to the neutral zone. Gathering along the near boards is Connor Gilarowski. He'll swing it around the horn to the far boards and all the way back out to center red. Lee Mohn, here's a stat for you that I'm sure you do not want to hear. The last two ice hockey broadcasts that I've had have gone to overtime. And we're tied here 2-2 in the third. And Lee Mohn lowers his head.
Yeah, I did not want to hear that. And Jess Levo's lowering her head too. The cameraman.
I'm just stating the facts. Don't hate me for the stats. Here's Chittister with a fluttering wrister that's gloved by Caden Shell.
Well, at least you didn't say double overtime or anything. Well, of course, that was regular season, so this game has to end somehow.
Well, last round was overtime. But that was still in just single OT.
Yeah, so.
It wasn't like, remember about, 2 or 3 years back, we had a triple overtime game against North Allegheny and Bethel Park?
Yeah, we like to talk about that and cry.
Yeah, I think we left the Barrel Ice Complex around midnight that night.
Yeah.
Anyway, face-off Wade, Jesse's on, shot on net, rebound. Shell with the save, and Opeka gathers the puck. Opeka is checked by Sunseri. Indians will play it into the North Allegheny defensive zone. 11:38 and rolling in the third period. We are even 2-2 in the PIHL semifinals.
It's been a fun game.
It's been a joy to watch. Here's a bounding puck in on Hubert off the stick of Cochran, and Hubert able to smother it.
I don't know where they're going to put all the fans for the second game right now. They have to be just jam-packed out in that lobby right now because it's pretty crowded in here now.
Second game slated to start with a 9 p.m. face-off, Central Catholic and Cathedral Prep. Winner of this game will face the winner between Central Catholic and Cathedral Prep in the PIHL Championship next Tuesday night at the UPMC Lemieux Sportsplex.
8:30 scheduled ice time.
Here at the Robert Morris Island Sports Center, it's 2-2.
No, they gave Peters Township an extra shot on goal that second period, Randy, to make it 28-25 for shots on goal. What?
Slap shot by Zach Gilarowski off target. Dawson Richard behind the North Allegheny cage. Reels the puck in past near boards. Has Nathan Taylor. Taylor with a slap shot, glove save by Caden Shell.
Might have been off target, but it was a good hard shot trying to go for that top corner. Nice job creating some space there to be able to get a good hard shot on goal.
That good clean look there for Nathan Taylor, but also a clean look for goalkeeper Caden Shell to make the save. Draw won by Peters Township. Looking for Barnes near center ice where the Tigers play it back. Courtesy of Cameron Zahn. Behind the net, Indians move it forward and lose it. Dietz with a takeaway, right wing circle, shot off target. Goes wide right by Dawson Richard. Near boards.
Richard had the game winner last game.
Cameron Zahn plays into the left corner to Taylor. Taylor back to Richard. Richard top left point. We're even strength right now, but the Tigers playing this as if they have the power play right now with 10:22 and counting in the third period. Backhand Taylor. Oh, and a stop made in the crease, tight to the right post by Caden Shell. That one almost snuck in on him short side.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard shot. Took a while to get there, and it sort of folds Shell a little bit. But he was able to get that stick down, make the save.
Face off to the right of Shell. Won by the Tigers. Chittister plays it left of the net. Into the right corner. Zappia trying to dig it out. And backhanded into the protective netting behind the Peters Township cage. And we'll have another face-off. 10:05 to go here in the third. Will Barnes tying the score with 12:55 to play in the period. The assist by Steve Rex. Another face-off in the Peters zone, this time to the left of Shell. Puck comes around to the near boards. Check put on by the Indians. Shopes trying to get to the puck, cannot. As Chittister plays it forward, Zappia. Gilarowski takes it. Gilarowski back to Shopes. Shopes will dump it in the right corner with a backhand. Under 10 to play. Shopes, pass in front, and fanning on the shot was Cal Raymore. And the Tigers defense able to take care of the rest, but the Indians still on the attack. Shopes' wrister knocked down with a glove by Hubert, then dives on top of it with 9:30 to play here in the third.
Dangerous letting that puck, giving up that rebound. Unfortunate he was able to fall on it and not get that shot on goal.
Face off at the right wing circle. The official stalling on that. We see have some players tangled up, trying to get a head start on the face off, which is won by Peters Township. Centering pass beyond Cochran. Cochran with a steal though, trying to get it back in front. Tigers defense, good poke check by Gonchar. Up ahead to Sunseri. Sunseri trying to race in on it, gets to the puck, and now it's Randig. Randig left corner, leaves it for Jesse Zahn. Zahn centering pass in the slot, backhand attempt was chipped off target by Randig. Zach Gilarowski plays it along the far boards. Up ahead to Opeka. Opeka passes it forward, a hard check put on Conrad Deemer. Indians in front, shot saved by Hubert, rebound goal. Peters Township has taken the lead 3-2 with 8:42 to go here in regulation. And coming out of that mob scene, it's Ross Opeka with the go-ahead goal for Peters Township.
What a bad break for the Tigers. That puck just trickled past Hubert. Unfortunately, it was a good job by Opeka to poke that puck by him, take that 3-2 lead. And boy, this place has erupted here. 2 quick goals here for Peters Township here in the third period.
Indians leading now 3-2. 2 goals in this third period for Peters Township.
The Peters Township goal.
Wrister for the Tigers, short of the net by Cameron Zahn. Deemer and Cochran on the assist for Peters Township. Taylor misses the net. Puck behind the cage here is Tigers trying to settle and tie this game back up. Dietz cannot find a teammate, and it's cleared by Peters Township. 8 minutes to go here in the third. Rex skating in, checked off the puck. Duderstadt plays it forward to Taylor. Taylor to Dawson Richard. Dumps it behind the net off the stick of Shell, who could not stop it for his mates. Dietz locked up with an Indian in the right quarter. Now it's Chittister comes out of there with it. Chittister shot deflected by Zach Ularowski into the right corner again. Tigers on the attack. Now it's Parks. Parks right wing circle, had some space but was stumbling a bit. Could not get a clean shot off. Now Cameron Zahn plays it, and Zappia backhand attempt. Chittister trying to chip it in, but it is eventually cleared by the Indians.
Yeah, that looked like a pass also. It's going to be an icing call. It looked like a pass to Chittister on that short side. Just couldn't get enough stick on it.
I completely agree. Zappia with that backhand was actually a backhand pass, and he had Chittister there, standing on the doorstep to the right of the crease, but Caden Shell denied him. Icing the call on Peters Township. Tigers win the faceoff. Chittister, wrister, again saved and smothered by Caden Shell. We're down to 7:15 to play in the third. Peters Township leading it 3-2. Face-off again in the Indians' end, but won by Peters Township. Connor Gilarowski on a 2-on-2 break. Dumps it in the left quarter. Back behind the Tigers' net. Kidd will get to it for North Allegheny. Kidd to the far boards with John Parks. Tigers right to left here across your computer keyboard or computer screen, mobile device, what have you. In this third period, Indians left to right. Kidd. Wrister deflected by Parks, but off target. In the slot, here's a pass aimed for Parks, but goes beyond him. In fact, Kyle trying to dump it. Now we have some action.
Might get a penalty from behind.
Yeah, Kyle tied up with Cal Raymore, and a frustration penalty on Beck Heil comes at the wrong time for North Allegheny. 6:31 to play. A needless penalty.
Very needless penalty.
Completely away from the play. And as we said, it was a frustration penalty, and now the Peters Township Indians with the lead and with the power play here on top 3-2.
Wow. Not a good shot. Boy, now they get to waste 2 minutes here, try to kill this penalty. Tigers have one shorthanded goal on the year. Zappia had that one.
North Allegheny penalty on number 20, Matt Heil. 2 minutes for roughing.
Roughing the call on Heil. So if you're thinking shorthanded goal, Zappia is your man, but he's not on the ice at the moment. Face-off win, Jesse's on. Tigers would be better served just kill this penalty and go from there. Keep it a one-goal game. Hope you can find the equalizer in the final 4 minutes. Connor make that Zach Ularowski. Whistling puck deflected out of play. 1:42 to go in the man advantage for Peters Township. Indians with goals by Will Barnes and Ross Opeka in this third period.
Yeah, 4 minutes apart.
Is Tuesday, March 15th at 8:30 p.m. The winner of this game will advance for
Glad to have you along tonight on the MSA Sports Network, North Allegheny Sports Network. Puck cleared off the face-off win by Cameron Zahn. Indians will try to set up shop. Zach Ularowski loses the puck, loses his edge, gets back up onto his skates and gathers the puck in.
Yeah, Zappia was already turning the head back up ice. That could have been dangerous.
Tigers clear it into the neutral zone thanks to Duderstadt. Another Indian loses his skates. That's Emilio, and he's offsides.
Bad break there for Peters Township. They're down to 1:10 to go in the penalty.
About 30 seconds wasted by Peters Township on 2 instances where players lost their footing. Face-off won by Zahn. He'll play it back toward the Indians' blue line. Good job again for Zahn and just eating up time on this penalty kill. Under a minute to go, the man advantage for Peters Township. Rex will play it near boards to Connor Gilarowski. Tries to go cross ice off the back skate of Barnes. Deflects the wrong direction. Zach Gilarowski into the attacking zone. Plays it behind the net where Barnes chases after it. Kid there, though, for North Allegheny. Cannot clear. As Connor Gilarowski dumps it back in. 36 seconds on the power play. 3-2 Peters Township. Puck slapped out of play by the Tigers defense. 5:05 on the game clock. 34 seconds on the penalty to Beck Heil.
Tigers doing a good job on this penalty, not giving up any really good opportunities at all on this power play for Peters Township.
Face off to the left of Hubert, and it's won by North Allegheny. Zappia trying to chase after the puck. Connor Gilarowski moves it forward. Across the blue line come the Indians. 24 seconds to go in the power play. Shopes to the left quarter. As a teammate, Raymore, top left point. Connor Gilarowski looking for Raymore beyond him. Shopes with it behind the net. He'll skate to the left quarter. 7 seconds to go in the power play. Raymore now. 4 seconds. Raymore knocked off his skates. Basically slipped off his skates. And the Tigers kill the penalty. Heil heads to the bench. And North Allegheny will take the puck. Dawson Richard fresh on the ice and puts a slow wrister on Shell, who pokes it into the left corner with his stick. Now out of there comes Chittister, pass in front, and a goal! Equalizer by Dawson Richard, and we have a tie game again, 3-3 with 4:11 to go.
And that play was all made by Chittister as the Peters Township tried to clear around the boards, Randy, but the puck fanned on a little bit, and the Chittister was able to read it, corral that puck quickly, deflected on out front, and then, boy, Dustin Richard was able to bury it in the back of the net to tie this game at 3.
Chittister made it happen, and Dawson Richard took advantage of the yawning net. And it's a 3-3 game with 4:11 remaining in regulation.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
It certainly did. So just as the Tigers had killed the power play of Peters Township, quickly thereafter, the equalizer occurs. Chittister the assist, Dawson Richard with the goal. And boy, how big in the playoffs has Dawson Richard been for North Allegheny? Had 2 goals and an assist in the 3-2 win in the quarterfinals at overtime over Bethel Park. He ties it up here. Face-off to the left of Shell.
He was the 3rd leading scorer during the regular season.
Richard in the attacking zone. Left wing circle. Shot off the pads of Shell. Makes the easy save. Indians trying to build a rush. Barnes checked by Taylor, but Taylor took the worst of it. Center red. Taylor able to work the puck free to Richard. Richard with springs in his heels right now. Wrister off target. He's got a little something extra right now after that game-tying goal, does Richard. 3:23 to play here in the third. Now the Indians, Emilio, trying to look for Rex, but the puck slowly works its way into the crease on Joe Hubert, who stops it. Winner of this one will play the winner between Central Catholic and Cathedral Prep to be played later on tonight, scheduled for a 9 p.m. face-off. I don't think they're going to hit their mark in that one.
Not at all. It's not going to happen.
Face-off to the left of Hubert.
Because you already predicted overtime, so.
I didn't predict anything. I only mentioned that the last 2 broadcasts I've had went to overtime.
I know you gave the facts, that's all.
I did not say this game is going to do anything.
Other than be exciting.
That's right. 3 minutes to play. Bounding puck. Shopes cannot get a stick on it in the slot. Tigers come the other way. Zappia with Parks to his right. Zappia. Good poke check by Zach Gilarowski. Duderstadt, though, finds an open Chittister. Slap shot, never makes it on net. Tylenda stops it, deflects it away. Zach Gilarowski to the far boards. Raymore cannot clear, still in the defensive zone. Raymore will just carry the mail himself. Now a 3-on-2 here for Peters Township. Played to the left of Hubert. Behind the net. Cameron Zahn loses the handle. Raymore takes it away, but bumped off the puck behind the North Allegheny net. Tigers clear it to center red. Tylenda dumps it back in. Tigers looking for some fresh legs, as do the Indians. 2:11 to go here in the second period. Or excuse me, in the third period, excuse me. We're tied 3-3 in the third. Jesse Zahn plays it off the near boards now. Zach Gilarowski back on it. Good headman pass as he finds Steve Rex. Rex, left wing circle area, gets the left corner, has Emilio in front, but a defenseman of North Allegheny just able to poke it off his stick. Dangerous looking play there developing for Peters Township.
Gonna wave off the icing.
No icing here, Dietz. Check that kid rather, played it on the backhand, pass in front. Oh, it was on the stick of Rex, but Jesse Zahn able to sweep it away and out to the neutral zone. 1.5 to go here in the third. PIHL looking for a teammate. Looks like we're going to have icing, and we do on North Allegheny. So face-off in the Tiger zone with 1:19 to play in the third. Tie score 3-3. Will Barnes and Ross Opeka with goals in this third for Peters Township. At the time, giving the Indians a 3-2 lead, but Dawson Richard tying it up for North Allegheny with 4:11 remaining. And that's where we sit now with 1:19 to go in the third.
Peters Township going to take their timeout.
So the Indians call a timeout. We'll break as well. Back in a moment as your score 3-3, North Allegheny and Peters Township in the PIHL semifinals.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
We are back at the Robert Morris Island Sports Center, where it is 3-3 of the PIHL semifinals. North Allegheny and Peters Township dueling.
You gotta do it right here off this face-off.
And it has been a seesaw battle. Indians took the first lead of the night. Matt Emilio with a goal in the first. Tigers tied it with 1 second to go in the first with a Joe Zappia goal, and we are off and running from there. We had 4 lead changes in this game off the face-off. Quickly played on net, but Hubert up to the task, makes the save, and we'll try it all over again.
Take another one. 8-second play. Grab it.
Off the face-off win, Mikulowski trying to wrist it in front, but deflects into the right corner. 1 minute to go now in the third.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Indians gain command of the possession. Emilio skates in, passes right wing circle looking for Barnes off his stick. Emilio with it, centering pass. Looked like a shot actually off the body of Hubert, deflects toward the right corner. Still tied here, 3-3, 41 seconds to go. Rex a wrist shot that misses wide left. Rex was set up in the slot and had some time to think about it. Now it's Zappia, doesn't have the numbers and cannot get through 3 defensemen for Peters Township. 25 seconds to go in the third. Check put on by PIHL as he's tied up with Rex. And a centering pass and a save by Hubert as he denies Mikulowski.
What a big save there. Rex was just on the left of him also. Thought he might pass it off, but got a good shot on Hubert, but boy, there to make the save and not give up the rebound. Thought the referee was going to blow dead there for a minute, Randy, because there was as NA looks like, thought they might be taking their time out, but they are not. But the 2 players being tied up in the front thought they might call roughing penalties on both teams, but did not. Let the play continue, and that almost came up with a Peters Township goal here with 15 seconds to go here in the third period. Game tied at 3.
15.6 to be exact. Now they're going to make it 14.6. Just as I say that, clock operator instructed to take a second off. Face-off win by the Indians. And off the slapper by Zach Gilarowski. No one else for the Indians can play it on net.
That's
Another
an
icing on the Tigers with 4.3 to go in the third. North Allegheny just playing for overtime.
Too much time. A little bit too much time. You thought maybe pulling that goaltender to get that extra player, but that's you can get a puck down the ice in a couple seconds, so you don't really want to risk that. There's 2 seconds left. I said, yeah, go for it, but 4.3, nah.
Indians looking for a quick draw win and a shot on net. They will not be able to achieve that. Tigers win the face-off, trap it in the right quarter, and Lee Mohn, for the third straight broadcast that I've had, we're going to overtime.
Oh, just what we need. Hey, why not? Both these teams have played hard and played well. You hate to see either team lose, but boy, it's been a fun 51 minutes. Why not 5 more?
Indeed. Well, that'll do it for 3 periods. We'll pause for a break and come back with the extra session as it's North Allegheny 3, Peters Township 3 in the PIHL semifinals.
Hi, this is Hines Ward. If you're a high school sports fan, the place to go all year round is the MSA Sports Network. Log on every day to www.msasports.net for the schedules, the scores, the standings, the rankings, and of course, all of the broadcasts includes exclusive Whitfield playoffs and championship action. Anytime, anywhere, always there, the MSA Sports Network.
I'm Randy Gore along with Lee Mohn. Jess Levo, our producer tonight on the MSA Sports Network, handling the video stream of tonight's broadcast as well. It's overtime, 3-3. North Allegheny winning in overtime against Bethel Park in the quarterfinals, 3-2. So it's the second straight overtime game for the black and gold. Peters Township dominated Butler in the quarterfinals 5-0, but this one will be decided with some extra time involved.
Does the young team come into play here? We'll find out.
That's a great point. We talked with Ryan Tingle pregame, the assistant coach and son of head coach Rick Tingle of Peters Township, and he spoke about how this has been a young group, certainly a very talented one at that, but with the young team, you wonder when they may or may not go into panic mode. And, well, will they do that here in overtime? The Tigers have been there, done that. They've played with their backs to the wall in the postseason. Chittister wrister saved by Shell to begin the overtime period, 11 seconds in.
By the way, shots on goal at the end of 3 period. Peters Township with 42 shots and North Allegheny with 33.
A lot of offense and a lot of shots on net as a result. Caden Shell and Job Hubert have been very good at net for the Indians and Tigers respectively. Chittister played it in front. Duderstadt keeps it in. His wrister deflects out of play.
Can we get any more people in this place?
I've heard some folks standing behind us during the commercial break that are clearly here for the Central Catholic Cathedral prep game. Someone mentioned we might get our game started around 11 o'clock today.
Don't even, please.
Well, we'll see. Hey, they said it, not me.
Well, Mr. Overtime here, so.
Face off in the Indians zone, won by Peters Township. Barnes ahead to Rex in the attacking zone. Rex loses it. Duderstadt trying to clear. Cannot. Emilio plays it back in deep. But Zahn up ahead. Good headman pass to Zappia. 3-on-2 developing now for North Allegheny. Chittister to Parks. Oh, it is pass. He's looking for Zappia, but it was deflected off the stick of Shell. And now the Indians lose it again in the neutral zone. Parks checked off the puck. Here comes Michalowski. Michalowski flutters a puck over the crossbar and behind the Tigers' net. And a steal by Raymore. Barnes back to Raymore. Loses the puck. Trying to clear his zone. Cannot. Connor Gilarowski with a wrist shot. Hardwood into the breadbasket of Hubert, who makes the save.
A little bit too high there. I think he might have been trying to go 5-hole, but Hubert right there to make up for the challenge.
8:56 to go in overtime. We are even 3-3. North Allegheny and Peters Township in the PIHL semifinals. Winner trying to punch their ticket to the championship next week on Tuesday. Off the face-off, Tigers play it forward to the neutral zone. Connor Gilarowski back behind the North Allegheny net. Oh, bad deflection off the boards. Indians nearly able to get a shot on net, but a defensive play by Beck Heil kept it from going on the cage. Hubert was sprawling behind the play.
Not a good play by Hubert. And player pulled down by NA, no penalty, but not a good play there by Hubert.
Now left wing circle area. Tigers take it away. Nathan Taylor loses it to Connor Gilarowski. Flutters the puck to the left of the Tigers net, into the left quarter. Shopes, wrist shot, and I believe getting a piece of that with a glove was Joe Hubert. Opeka swings it around the horn where Dietz will corral it for North Allegheny. Tigers, tired legs out there. They need some fresh troops and go for the line change. We're tied 3-3 at overtime, 7:45 to go in the extra period. Parks with a steal. Indians will gather it back up though. Into the right corner, Opeka trying to chase down Cameron Zahn. Does so, but Zahn takes control of the puck. Now it's Parks, 2-on-2 here for North Allegheny. Good clear on the backhand. Puck comes free, far boards, it's Deemer. Deemer trying to get around Zahn, but Zahn just sprawling out with the body, took the puck right off his stick. In the left quarter, trying for a centering pass for the Indians, cannot get it done. And a wrist shot by Zach Gilarowski. And that is stopped by Joe Hubert with 7:01 to go at overtime.
You feel the tension in the building, Randy. Any little mistake like that clearing pass that Peters Township able to steal, anything like that could just come back to haunt you.
Playoff hockey at overtime. It doesn't get much better, no matter what level. NHL, PIHL.
12-year-olds.
That's right. It's playoff hockey at overtime. And as you said, you could cut the tension in this building with a knife. Indians play it across the blue line. Rex cannot maintain control. Taylor ahead to Dietz. Dietz, left wing circle. As Dawson Richard right behind him, leaves it for Richard. Duderstadt pokes it into the left quarter. Zach Gilarowski swings it around the horn to the far boards. Tigers gain possession back, trying to stay on sides. Cameron Zahn, now a 2-on-1 coming up here. Nathan Taylor, backhand, and it is saved by Caden Shell. Evidently does not make it in net. And we have a penalty here on Peters Township.
Will it be a penalty shot or not? I don't think so, though. No, just going to be a hooking call. What a play! Thought it might have went in.
Yeah, I had lost the view of the puck, and then suddenly you could find it coming across the crease after the play was whistled dead. Emilio will be charged with a penalty here as he heads to the penalty box.
Timeout, North Allegheny.
And a timeout for North Allegheny, which gives us an opportunity to recap what just happened.
What a great job, though, to get that penalty, though. If you're going to take a penalty in any situation right there, that's going to do it, because Shell, he was beat. He was going that puck was going in the back of the net, but a good job. They get that hooking call to tie up
Nathan Taylor.
Nathan Taylor, yeah, because that would have been game-winning goal. Hey, tie him up any way you can, and he did that. He was able to get that hook on. At least you prevented that anyways.
Yeah, Taylor with a great move in front of the net, and he had Caden Shell beat, as you said, Lee Mohn, was trying to backhand it in the wide-open net, but was hooked. And from our vantage point, we lost sight of the puck. It could not tell where it had gone until it was obvious that a penalty had been called and action would continue. There was no doubt that the puck never went in. And so Shell was beaten, and the puck evidently went wide courtesy of the hooking. And, well, as you said, if you're going to take a penalty, that couldn't have been any better of a penalty than it was there for the Indians, because the season was on the line. So a 2-minute hooking penalty on Emilio keeps the Indians' hopes alive and also keeps Nathan Taylor from scoring the game winner. Tigers, though, do have the power play, and 1:44 to go in the man advantage at the moment. Indians clear to the neutral zone, where Zahn gobbles it up. Over to Dawson Richard. Raymore coming out to forecheck. Taylor now across the blue line. Tigers slowly just trying to set up shop. Cameron Zahn fans on a slap shot attempt. Raymore attacks him, but Zahn will play it cross ice to the near boards to Dawson Richard. Richard keeps it on sides. Connor Gilarowski will clear. 1:10 to go in the power play.
Peters Township with the line change.
5:17 and counting here at overtime. Although the clock for the most part is irrelevant, we're going to play till someone scores. It's just that simple.
Even if it's tomorrow.
Here's Joe Zappia. Zappia with Parks to his left. Parks, centering pass, goes through everybody. Zahn, slap shot, and it trickles sitting on the doorstep of the goal. Caden Shell is beaten, and the Tigers move on to the PIHL Championship with another overtime victory of the playoffs. And the slap shot by Shell just trickled in, and from our vantage point, it looked like Shell, when he was reaching back to try and save it, just pushed it across the goal line himself, and the Tigers win it 4-3 with 4:57 to go in overtime.
And a celebration by the North Allegheny Tigers. Boy, that puck sat there, looked like forever, right on the goal line. We'll see what the official score, whoever's going to get that goal for the Tigers, but a lot of confusion up front, though. But somebody from the Tigers was able to push it in and get the power play goal, and the Tigers are on to the PIHL Championship next Tuesday.
PIHL Championship indeed for North Allegheny as they await their opponent. It'll either be Central Catholic or Cathedral Prep. And again, that slap shot from Cameron Zahn coming from the top right point. It got through Shell, was sitting on the goal line, and at least from my perspective, we're waiting for the official determination, but it looked like to me that Shell, when he was reaching back, pushed it into the net himself. There were Tiger players that were lunging in with their sticks, so we'll see what the official word is, but all that matters as far as North Allegheny is concerned is that it's a 4-3 victory. The Tigers move on to Tuesday night's PIHL Championship in Class AAA to be played at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, scheduled for an 8:30 face-off. Both teams shaking hands at center ice, and we'll take a break. Stay tuned to the post-game show. We'll officially give you the goal scorer on the game winner and also hand out our Wright Automotive Player of the Game. Back in a moment on the North Allegheny Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Welcome back to the Robert Morris University Island Sports Center, where North Allegheny in overtime has defeated Peters Township 4-3. And Cameron Zahn officially with the game winner, so my eyes did not deceive me. It was the slapper by Zahn. The puck got through Shell, was just sitting on the goal line, had not gone in until Zahn, sprawling out, trying to save it, incidentally pushed it into his own net, and the Tigers win it 4-3 here in the PIHL semifinals.
Wow.
What a game, Lee Mohn.
Yeah, that was an unassisted goal, by the way, too, as that puck came out to the out to the point, and boys, he had all kinds of time to wind up and get everything he could on that shot, and he sure did. Zahn kept it low, hard to the ice, a lot of traffic out front, and that caused some problems. And that's the good thing. Get that low, hard shot, get it in, any way it can get in, and it does. And give credit, boy, what a game. You get a feel for Peters Township right now.
Oh yeah, tip your cap to Peters Township. Valiant effort here tonight. And the Indians had grabbed a 3-2 lead in the third period as the Tigers were on top 2-1 entering the third. Will Barnes with a goal at 12:55 to go in the third. It tied it at 2-2. Now Steve Rex with the assist on that marker. Then with 8:42 remaining in regulation, Rosso Pica gave Peters Township a 3-2 advantage. Deemer and Cochran with the assists on that. The Tigers, though, able to tie it after killing a power play opportunity for Peters Township. Moments later, Eric Chittister was able to dig the puck out of the left corner, fed it in front to Dawson Richard for the equalizer to tie it at 3-3. That was with 4:11 to play. And then at overtime, the Cameron Zahn slap shot and goal with the power play. With 4:57 to go in overtime, that gives North Allegheny the win, 4-3. So Lee Mohn, another thriller in overtime, and the Tigers get it done. So from the quarterfinals, OT win against Bethel Park, 3-2, and now this one, a 4-3 OT win over Peters Township.
Yeah, we're going to hand out our Wright Automotive Player of the Game right now, and Randy, I'll let you take that away.
Well, it's probably pretty obvious. Cameron Zahn, the man who scored the game winner, is our Wright Automotive Player of the Game. You don't have to look too hard with finding the Player of the Game in this one. Cameron Zahn sends the Tigers on to the PIHL Championship.
And by the way, final shots on goal, Peters Township 45 and North Allegheny 36 was the final shots on goal. So what a great game.
Terrific contest, and congratulations to all involved. As we said, tip of the cap to Peters Township for a great effort. The Tigers get the win, and we will be talking to you on Tuesday from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex on the MSA Sports Network for the PIHL Championship. So great job. North Allegheny gets it done here tonight in the semifinals. We will bid you a good night. For my partner Lee Mohn, I'm Randy Gore. Again, North Allegheny with the win, 4-3 over the Indians of Peters Township in overtime. We'll talk to you again on Friday night, the PIAA Girls Basketball Quarterfinals, North Allegheny facing the Norwood Knights. Again, for my partner Lee Mohn, I'm Randy Gore. We'll talk to you Friday on the North Allegheny Sports Network.
You have been listening to the North Allegheny Sports Network here on the MSA Sports Network. You can follow the Tigers all season long and into the postseason on the North Allegheny Sports Network at www.northallegheny.org or by logging on to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the North Allegheny Sports Network and the MSA Sports Network.